Hey everyone, welcome to Dazola Designs. Today we are going to work on a hat called the City Sophisticate hat. It's a really cute hat and I've been wanting to do this for so long. Okay, so what you're gonna need is some yarn. This is Lion Brown Pound of Love yarn. It's been sitting in my closet for quite some time now, so I'm gonna use it today. Then you are also, gonna need a 6.5 millimeter hook. Today I am using an aluminum hook. You're also going to need some chain markers. I love using scraps of yarn I've collected. You can also use the safety pin style. So whatever you like to use, it's totally up to you. You're also going to need a yarn needle. So go ahead and grab all of your items that you need for this project and let's get started. Okay, everyone, make a slip knot and we are going to start by chaining 4. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you are new to crochet, please make sure that your chains are loose. You definitely don't want to make them tight. Now we're going to start with round 1. You just want to slip stitch into this beginning chain right here. So just put 1 slip stitch in like so. And now it's going to make a little circle, just like that. So now we want to work inside this circle. And I always like to put my finger through it just so I know where the middle is. So now we are going to chain 1 like so, and then we are going to put 8 single crochets inside this ring. So that is 1, and if you can, go ahead and tuck your loose strand in as you go. So you want to tuck it behind your project. So we did 1 single crochet. So as you yarn over, you just put it to the back like that. Then we have 2 and 3 single crochets. And when you tuck it in the back, it saves time. So at the end of the project, you won't have to tuck it back in. Now we have done 3 single crochets and here's 4, and then we have 5 single crochets inside the ring, and then here's 6, and here's 7, and then our last one, this is 8 single crochets in the ring. So now we have a nice ring, and this is our strand of yarn that actually we are going to trim right now like this. So now we're going to start round 2, and in round 2 we're going to put 2 single crochets in each stitch around for a total of 16 single crochets. So we are going to be working in the round, and we want to mark the beginning of each row with a chain marker. If you don't use a chain marker, it gets extremely confusing without one. And I don't know about you guys, but I can get confused very easily. So anything that I can use to make things easier, it definitely helps. Now we are going to start round 2, and we are going to put 2 single crochets in each stitch around for a total of 16 single crochets. Here is our first chain 1. So we're going to start in this chain right here. So we're going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch. So that is 1 single crochets and 2, and we're going to stop right here, And on the first chain, which is right here, we're going to put a stitch marker. And that just tells you exactly where you are beginning. And when I use my yarn, I just insert it and I do a yarn over just like that. So we already have 2 single crochets. So then we're going to put 2 single crochets in the next stitch right here. So that's 3 and 4. And then 2 single crochets in the next one. So that's 5 and 6. So just continue putting 2 single crochets in each stitch, and I will meet you when you have a total of 16 single crochets. Okay everyone, so I am at my chain marker and I have 16 single crochets, and that's 2 in each of the original 8 stitches. And as you can see, we are at the end of the row and starting in the next row. So now we're going to start round 3. So round 3 is single crochet in the next stitch and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch for a total of 24. Okay, so go ahead and take this out. So you are going to put 1 single crochet in the next stitch and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Okay, so that was 1, here's 2 and 3, and we're going to stop there, count back 3, 2, 1, this is our first stitch, and put your stitch marker in there. Okay, so this round you want to have a total of 24 single crochets. Okay, so again you put 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch for 4, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, that's 5 and 6, and then we'll do 1 more. So 1 single crochet in the next stitch for 7, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and that's 8 and 9. Okay, so go ahead and work all the way around. 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in one stitch, 2 and 1 in the next stitch. Okay, and when you reach your chain marker, you should have a total of 24 single crochets. So I will meet you when we reach right here. Okay everyone, so you can see it's a nice little round. And if this is bothering you, don't let it bother you. This will be the top of the hat. At the end of the project, I'll show you how to close this up. That's just a side note, okay? So we have a total of 24 stitches. We just finished round 3. So now we're going to start round 4, okay? And don't be afraid to go back and count. There's no harm in doing that. It keeps you on track, okay? I always go back and do that. And I've been crocheting for, oh God, like 25 years now. So I hate to say that because that shows you how old I am, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. So round 4. Round 4, we are going to single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches and then put 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're increasing. Okay, so we're going to start with 1 single crochet and another single crochet in the next stitch, 1 in each. We're going to stop there, put our chain marker in the first one, which is right here, like so. And then we are going to put in our next stitch 2 single crochets, so 2 and 1, 4. So that is 3 and 4. Okay, and then in the next two we're going to put 1 single crochet in each. So that's 5 and 6. And then in the next single crochet we're going to put 2 in 1, 2 single crochets in 1. So that's 7 and 8. And then you go ahead and repeat. We'll do one more. So in the next two stitches we're going to put 1 single crochet in each. So that's, I forgot our number where we were, but that's all right. And then the next one we're going to put 2 in 1. Okay, so that's 2 in 1. And then go ahead and continue all the way around till you reach this stitch right before your chain marker. And when you reach that stitch, you should have a total of 32 single crochets, okay, 3, 2. So go ahead and work your way around, 1 stitch in 1, 1 single crochet in the next, and then 2 single crochets in the same one, okay? Go ahead and do that, and I will meet you at your stitch marker. Okay, everyone, so we just finished round 4. And you should have a total of 32 single crochets around. So now let's start round 5. Let's take out our little chain marker here. And round 5 is single crochet in each of the next 3 single crochets. So 1 in each stitch. So that is 1, 2 and 3, and then you want to put your chain marker 3, 2, 1, count backwards. So this is the first chain where we started. Put your chain marker on the first chain, like so. Okay, so we did 3 single crochets. And then in the next stitch you want to put 2 in 1, so 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So that's 4 and 5. And then 3 single crochets, 1 in each stitch. So that is 6, 7 and 8. And then 2 in the next stitch, 9 and 10, and then we'll do one more little group, and then 3 in 1, 3 single crochets, I'm sorry, not 3 in 1, 3 separate single crochets in the next 3 stitches. So that is 11, 12 and 13, and then 2 in the next stitch, 14 and 15. So go ahead and continue all the way around, and when you get to this stitch, the stitch before your chain marker, you should have a total of 40 single crochets. Okay, so again, it's 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 1 in each stitch, and then 2 in 1, 2 in the next stitch, 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Okay, 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch for a total of 5 in a group. Okay, and you should have 40 single crochets when you reach your chain marker. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet you when we are done. Okay, everyone, so we just finished round 5, and you should have a total of 40 single crochets around. Okay, so round 6 is going to be 1 single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Okay, so that is 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and 4 single crochets. And let's stop here to mark the first stitch. So that is 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's right here, and we're going to put our chain marker there. So it's 4 single crochets and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Okay. So we're going to put 2 in this one. And that's going to be 5 and 6. Okay, and then 4 single crochets, 1 in each stitch. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 2 in the next stitch. 11, 12, and then 4 single crochets, 1 in each stitch. 13, 14, 15, 16, and then 2 in 1, 2 single crochets in 1. 17 and 18. Okay, so go ahead and finish that pattern all the way around. It's 4 single crochets, 1 in each stitch, and then 2 in the next one. Okay, for a group of 6 total. Okay, go ahead and repeat that, and I will meet you right here, right before the chain marker. Okay, everyone, you can see our little circle is getting bigger. So you should have a total of 48 stitches, okay, 48 single crochets when you're done with row 6. Okay, everyone, so we're going to start round 7 right now, and we are going to single crochet in each of the next 11 stitches, and then we're going to put 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And we should have a total of 52 stitches when we're done. Okay, so let's begin. I took my chain marker out. We're going to start 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to put our chain marker on the first one, which is right here. I wish I could have my disco music or something playing in the background. That would be awesome. I love disco music, but unfortunately YouTube doesn't allow that. So, okay. So here's 3. We have to do 11 total. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we have 11 single crochets, and then in the 12th single crochet you want to put 2 single crochets in 1. For a total of 13 in that group. So that's 12 and that's 13. Okay, does that make sense? So then we're going to repeat that. And actually what I'm going to do is, I always have a piece of paper near me, and I'm going to write down 13. So just so I know in case I get lost, I can always go back to that and see the exact number that I have. Because I'm going to count like this. Okay, we're done with that group. 11 single crochets and 2 and 1 in the 12th one. So then I'm going to start my counting all over again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, and then 2 in the 12th one for a total of 13. Then I'm going to write 13 down again. And this is how I do it. I know everyone does their own thing, but this is how I do it just to keep my stitches straight and just to keep me on track with the project, okay? So go ahead and do 11 single crochets, and in the 12th single crochets you put 2 for a total of 13 single crochets in the group. 11 single crochets, and on the 12th single crochet you put 2 and 1, okay? And when you are done, you should have a total of 52 single crochets, okay, when you reach your chain marker. So go ahead and finish this up, and I will meet you at the end of the row. Okay, everyone, so I just finished, round 17, I'm sorry, not 17, round 7. I don't know where I got that number from. And I have a total of 52 stitches all the way around, and you should too, okay? You have this nice circle created. So now, from round 8 to 21, you are going to put in the round 52 stitches, okay? And I highly suggest, please, please, please use your chain marker, because it's very easy to get lost, especially when you're working in the round, okay? So in the next round is going to be 52 stitches, put your chain marker. Next round, 52 stitches, put a chain marker, okay? So you're going to do this, work in the round until row 21, okay? So I will meet you back when we start row 22, and we will start working on the brim, okay? So continue working in the round for 52 stitches, and I will meet you back when we start round 22 so we can start working on the brim, okay? And everyone, please use your chain marker at the beginning of each row, and you should have 52 stitches in each row, okay? Does that make sense? So I will meet you at the beginning of round 23. I'm sorry, 22. Okay, happy crocheting. Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, this is super cute. It's got a really, really nice pattern, just a nice tight weave. And one thing I want to mention, you want to make this your own project, okay? So it did say to go to round 21, but I actually ended up going an extra row to round 22 just so it can fit my head. It was a little bit longer. So if you want it a little bit longer, just go ahead and add extra rows, however many you want. And then when you have the right height for your hat, it fits your head nice, that's when you stop and you start with the next row. So the next row is going to be the brim, and if you are going by the pattern, this would be row 22, but if you're not going by the pattern, it totally does not matter, because on mine it's row 23. But it doesn't matter, whatever row you end on, this is where you start back up to make the brim, okay? Everyone with me? Good. So now we are going to continue, as I said, with the brim, okay? So we are going to start the next round, whatever number round it is for you. Again, mine, this is 23. On the pattern, it's 22. Yours could be 25. It doesn't matter, okay? So let's begin. To start this round, we are going to chain 2, and the first chain 2 counts as a double crochet. Okay, so that is 1 and 2. Okay, and then we are going to just put double crochets in each stitch around and join with a slip stitch on the top of the beginning chain 2. Okay, that's all you do. And actually, this was the end of the last round. I'm going to start in this right here. Okay, so go ahead and do, just so we start in the first stitch. So do 1 single crochet and then chain 2. Does that make sense? Because this was the end of our row. This is the first stitch in the beginning of our row. Okay, so go ahead and put 1 single crochet and then chain 2, and then all you do in each stitch is put 1 double crochet. Okay, so this first stitch counts as 1 double crochet. Okay, the first chain 2. So that's 2 double crochets, 3, oh, now I'm doing single crochets because that's what I'm used to doing, 4, and 5. So go ahead and just put 1 double crochet in each stitch, and I'm not going to use a chain marker because it's obvious where we started. So 1 double crochet in each stitch for a total of 52, including the initial chain 2, and I will meet you back around. Okay, everyone, so I am at the end of the row, and this is our first chain 2 right here. All you're going to do is slip stitch, and if you're a beginner, just pull this a little bit and you can see that that's the first stitch right here. That's the stitch that you want to slip stitch into. So all you do is slip stitch in the top of the beginning chain 2, like so. And there you go. You can see how cute that is. That's the first part of the brim. So now the next row, excuse me, is going to be a repeat of the row that we just did. So all you do is chain 2, that's 1 and 2, and then you're going to put 1 double crochet in each stitch around for a total of 52 double crochets. And remember, this one counts as 1 double crochet. So you just go 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets. So work your way all the way around, and I will meet you back right here. Okay, everyone, so I did the 52 double crochets around. Then we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first chain 2 right here. So you just put 1 slip stitch in here, and guess what? We are almost done. All we have to do is chain 1 and put 1 single crochet in each stitch. So all you're going to do is put 1 single crochet in each stitch around. Okay, everyone, wow, we are almost done. So when I'm finishing up hats, I like to stop at 2 stitches before the stitch marker. And instead of putting single crochets to the end, I like putting slip stitches because I think it makes a nicer transition. And you can see, and look at that, we are done. So all you do is pull it like that, and then you cut it at the loop, and then you pull the long strand out, and now I will show you how to finish it. So you get your yarn and you fold it in half like that, and then you put it through the eye of the needle, and then you pull your yarn through. So now you're going to pull on the yarn to tighten it up, and then you just insert the hook into the next stitch, and you just want to weave it back and forth, and I like to do it for 3 stitches. So once that's done like that, I flip the hat inside out like so. There we go. And then I just work my way down through the stitches. So I just work my way down through the back loops like this. And you can definitely do this your own way. This is just how I like to do mine. I think that this way it looks a lot cleaner. I've been doing this a while, and I've been doing all kinds of different experiments. And this is the way that I do it, and it does not come undone. So I weave my way down to the main part of the hat, just like this. And I go down, work my way down one way, like so, and pull through. You want to make sure that you're going through the back loops only here. And then I just work my way back up, and that's 2. And then you just want to work your way back down again. And again, just make sure your needle is not poking through the other side, okay? And you see, you can't see it, so that's good. And then you just pull the yarn. And why do you go back and forth 3 times? Because the yarn will never ever fall out, okay? And then all you do is cut the yarn, and wow, you are done. But now let me show you this. If this hole is bothering you at the top of the hat, I kind of like it, but if it's bothering you, you take your yarn needle in the same color of yarn, and you just work your way back and forth like this, and you just stitch it up, stitch it closed. So once you are done with all of that, turn it right side out, and look at how cool that is. There is your fabulous new hat. And all you do for the brim is you flip it up, and that is so cute. And again, you can make this as long or as wide as you like, okay? You can add just stitches to the length, and you can also add an extra stitches to the width too. But look at how cute that is. That is so awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a great hat for beginners. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I have weekly giveaways, and all you guys are so awesome. I'm building a community. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see each other in the next video. Take care.